Hey everyone, welcome to episode 8 of Digimon Adventure. Start to finish episode. Spoiler warning, obviously, for episode 8. Uh, Now we really start getting the meat and potatoes. It looks like we're coming up on the end of the first arc fairly soon. Uh, One thing that I want to say right off the bat, I made a side note here. This is the episode where they start not showing. It's either this episode or maybe the episode before, but I noticed that this episode that we no longer see full evolution animation all the time for every Digimon, which I like because I feel like that is just extra padding for the episode that at this point of the game I don't think it's warranted. We need to move this story forward. We are now pushing into a sixth of the way through the series. So we need to start really working the storyline. Uh, so get rid of all the fluff and let's bring in the meat and potatoes. uh, this episode, we get reintroduced to Matt and Gabumon. We actually, I believe, no, we did not meet them at the end of the last episode because they came up on the base at the end of the last episode, but I don't think Matt showed up. But Matt and Gabumon are here. And this is actually the first time on camera that we're seeing Gabumon because if you remember correctly, way back in the beginning when we met Matt for the first time, we and he goes, "Oh, well, he's Matt, so you must be his partner. You must have been Garurumon." And then that's when Gabumon introduces what his name is at this point in the rookie form. So we get one set of crony villains and two boss villains this episode. Our cronies are Solarmon. There's two of them. They basically work as like a lighthouse beacon. And Gorillamon has one hell of a shot on him. Let me tell you, he's a sharpshooter prestige. So if you're an NCIS fan, he makes Gibbs look like he ain't nothing. This guy doesn't miss. Gibbs at least misses once or twice. I mean, Gorillamon, he's on it. Like he doesn't miss his target unless his target goes and ducks behind something. Otherwise, he's hitting it every time. So he's basically like the warden of the fortress, I guess you could say. So they have this fight where they have to figure out how to get rid of Gorillamon and Solarmon. And once they dispatch of them, they go into the fortress, and there's more ancient writings on a tablet that Tai, for some reason, can read. I hope they explain how he's able to read this soon. Apparently, his Digivice is like a translator. That's what I'm understanding. They're not really specific about it. But every time his Digivice glows and he's near one of the tablets, and for some reason, I don't know why, it's only Tai that can do this. And they need to explain why it's only Tai. Because this is not how things were done in the original Digimon Adventure. We got exposition dumps to forward the story. It came from Izzy. Izzy and his laptop. That was the whole point of Izzy. Izzy's not there right now. So, I mean, obviously you have to have a McGovern to make that happen. So apparently this is it. Not fully on board with it. I'm a little bit more on board with it than I was when it first happened, when they're talking about the Holy Digimon. So, and apparently the Holy Digimon are not what I thought it was. If you remember a couple episodes back when they first introduced the Holy Digimon, I was thinking, oh, the Holy Digimon it's the Digidestin's Digimon. It's going to be the 8 of them because there's 8 statues, if I remember correctly. So that would make sense. But apparently I'm wrong. At least that's my understanding. Apparently the Holy Digimon are whole other separate entities. So it feels like we're taking part of Digimon Adventure 2 and part of Digimon Tamers, and we're kind of springboarding them into 2020 as like little Easter eggs, I guess. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But we are officially, the fortress is officially on the Cloud Continent. That is confirmed. We also need to check my notes here real quick. No, that's next episode. So I don't want to say something and get ahead, because I did watch up to episode 10 as of this viewing or this recording. But yeah, that's basically the episode in a nutshell. We're starting to get going here, where the battles are getting more fierce. And there's a lot more stakes at risk here now than there were previously. So that's nice to see. It's just not, oh, this is a kid's anime cartoon anymore. This is, no, we're actually, shit's actually got consequences now. So we're past the whole kitty hold my hand portion of Digimon. We're now starting to get in the meat and potatoes version of the Digimon, which is the version that I like. The version that took way too long in the original to get going. We didn't get to that version until after Myotismon showed up. So I'm glad that we're at episode 8 and not episode 26. And we're at that point. Beyond that, not really much else to talk about. If you're watching the video, then you see the ticker down below here that has updates of things that I'm working on. So for anybody that's on audio, I'm just going to read it off. And these are the things that I'm working on. My number one goal is to try to, because I found I'm actually surrounded by Comic-Cons, and just not like the mom and pop Comic-Cons, the small ones. Like I'm around some pretty big ones. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, New York, just to name the big 3. Harrisburg has Comic-Con. Lancaster has Comic-Con. There's a lot of Comic-Cons that are bigger here in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, there's one coming up here in a couple weeks, and I'm going to miss it because I wasn't aware. But it's in State College, home of Penn State. Well, like I said, I'm going to miss it. So, and honestly, I need to go back to work because this here, my arm, is holding me up. So, but as of this recording, the Penn State Comic-Con is, I think, 2 weeks away, and I'm not going to make that, unfortunately. I want to, but I'm not going to. But I'm working on trying to get press passes for Comic-Cons, and finding out that you need at least 1,000 followers on social media. So my goal is right now to get 1,000 followers on Twitter. So to help me do that, you need to go to Twitter and you need to follow at Hotel Nerd Pod. That's HOTELNERDPOD. Just go there. It's simple. I don't even care if you send me a message or not, or respond to any of my tweets or any of that. I need followers. I need to show that I have a reach of over 1,000, or at least 1,000. So that's the goal. Also, I have today's sponsor in the crawl below. It's Dubby Energy Drinks. Go to their website at dubby.gg, and any merchandise that you purchase, go to the checkout and use code NERD23 for 10% off your purchase. That's a really simple way to help the channel, try to bring funds in, try to get better equipment. Currently trying to do an overhaul of what the studio behind me looks like, because I'm tired of seeing that door in my background. So I'm working on trying to do something about that. But yeah, there's nothing really else to talk about at the moment. If you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. Donations are always accepted at streamlabs.com/Hotel Nerd Network/tips. You can also leave comments there too when you give tips, and I will look at that website and I will read off comments as they come in on the next video. Now, once I figure out Streamlabs, then we'll convert to Streamlabs, and I'll be able to see stuff in real time. And when we do live videos, then we will be able to just read stuff off verbatim. So, but until then, that is how I'm going to have to do things at the moment, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little bit of a delay. Short of that, I have nothing else to talk about today. That was episode 8. We're officially on the Cloud Continent, and hopefully things just keep getting more intense from here. We'll catch you on the next episode, episode 9. Have yourselves a wonderful day.